You've been a Liberian and seeing yourself at the highest level where you are the vice president of WAFU and you also on the board of CAF, and recently you were appointed by FIFA. Tell us the impression about that.
Well, I'm not so happy yet because I want to see more Liberians out there in international football.
Okay.
As I said, I created this picture, and in the past when I was not at the LFA, I was like, why are Liberians not out there? When we hear people talk, we talk about Guineans, Nigerian Ghanaians in football administration at the level of CAF, at the level of WAFU, at the level of FIFA. So again, it was part of my plan that, you know what, when we come at the LFA, it's not going to be about personal interest, because an increase in the number of Liberians is a gain for Liberia, not a gain for me. I mean, I can get all of the titles, but I mean, a number never increase. So our idea was about how can we push the agenda of increasing the number of Liberian representation out there. And I mean, for those who don't know, permit me to just, go about it. We took over, at least today, I'm happy that through my administration and our engagement, we have 3 Liberians as members of WAFU committees. So we have a president of Freeport and current executive committee member of the LFA. Mr. Tigley McConney serves as member of the competitions committee of WAFU. We also have Mr. Malcolm Joseph, a veteran of the Sport Writers Association, serving on the standing committee of the media marketing of WAFU. We also have Ms. Nami Tako, who comes from women's football, president of a women's football team, Hippo, way there in Magibi County, serving on the women's football committee of WAFU. Now, coming to CAF, where I serve as an executive committee member of CAF, vice president for youth football, and member of the organizing committee of the African Cup of Nations, I felt it was not just by myself, but to also lobby for other Liberians. Today, we have on the legal committee of CAF, His Honor Judge Joseph Colley, member of the executive committee and the judge of the Labor Code of Liberia, serving at the level of the CAF legal committee, which is a standing committee. We also have our third vice president, Madam Judy Seaton, who also serves as a member of the women's football committee of CAF. And then we go to the governance committee, one of the highest committee in CAF. We have a legal luminary from, with a legal background from a member of the Bar Association of Liberia, Councillor Kuku Yonte, who also served at that level at the governance committee of CAF. Now, looking at match commissioners, a lot of opportunities were also created. We have new match commissioners. We have executive committee member Arvin Brown serving as match commissioner. Our vice president, first vice president Sekou Kone, also serving as match commissioner. Looking at the side of the women's football, the women's representation, we have our third vice president, Madam Seaton, also serving as a match commissioner. You also, Madam Windo Doko Tapla, who is now also a councillor and serving as a match commissioner at the level of CAF. Moving to FIFA, I must extend my thanks and appreciation to the FIFA Council and the president of FIFA, alongside with the general secretary of FIFA, for recognizing our works and our efforts, our little efforts in football administration, and not just looking at us, in terms of a person. But I'm happy that I was appointed to the position to serve as deputy chairperson of the Olympic Football Committee at the level of FIFA, and not leaving behind another Liberian, a female who've invested, giving her time to football, serve with Marty Barol as vice president, or to also serve at the level of the LFA on the Committee of Technical and Youth Football Development, who is Mrs. Rosalind Kone, who is now a member of the FIFA Women's Football Committee. So I feel very excited, about these, progresses, but I want to see more. I want to see more Liberians, not only at the level of standing committees. We want to see Liberians, presence in the inner workings of FIFA, where we can see a Liberian working in the area of marketing, or working in the area of the projects or development, working in the area of finance. We have a lot of financial experts in our country, so we'll continue to lobby. We want to see the level of CAF to see a Liberian also, whether it's in the finance department or in the technical department, in the women's football department, the level of WAFU as well. I think in that way, we'll feel, happy and excited that yes, Liberia is making more gains out there. You know, I mean, it's good for us, and I tell a lot of people, it shouldn't be about a crab mentality. It shouldn't be about myself. So going out there, we came to serve football for all of Liberia, and that's the reason why I continue to advocate and tell our football stakeholders that, look, you know what, football unites. We need to avoid of bringing political issues into our football. Yes, we can be critics, criticize the issue, but let us all work together and see how we can grow football in our country. Let us see how Liberian representation can increase out there. We have to sit around the table and come up with a discussion, open discussion. If you want to be an executive committee member in Liberia, be an executive committee member. Let another be a standing committee member of CAF. There are more Liberian representation out there. We believe we can negotiate, engage with other partners, you know, join hands with me that we can go around to other friendly members association to advocate and lobby in the interest of our country. I mean, we've started the process. I think we can even do more. And that's the reason why I want to see more Liberians out there. And we're calling again upon our stakeholders, because I do not have or possess all of the expertise in football, you know, administration or management of football. I'm happy with the level, you know, I've reached so far. I want to push and do more, because I want to go out there, like we've discussed with the Saudi Federation, to give us a full-size pitch that the people of Cape Town have benefited from today. I want to go out there with more Liberians, stakeholders, that we can engage with friendly nations to bring more pitches, to put in Grand Crew County, to put in Sano County, to put in Riverside County, to bring equipments, ambulances, soccer balls. You know, I cannot do it alone. We have to work as a team. I'm happy that this executive committee continue to work with us. The employees have been very supportive, but with more of us coming on board, the media, I mean, the government of Liberia, I think together we can build a better Liberia, improve infrastructures in our country, improve the living conditions for our boys, spread a message of a lot of opportunities, because we have to create those opportunities. I cannot do it alone. We have to work together as a as a team, and see me as that person who is now going to be captain, you know, the team, or captain in the ship, or the pilot of the plane. Join hands with us and see how we can now come out and start focusing on sports diplomacy. And under sports diplomacy, football will really benefit. We cannot benefit by destroying our football that we fought to put together. United, we can better achieve a lot. When we divide among ourselves and permit individuals who've never invested in football, who've never experienced football management or administration, definitely our individual investment we are making as citizens or stakeholders of football will just go down the drain. So again, it's my special message to all stakeholders, whether you're an owner of a football team, not an owner of a football team, or fan of a football team. Football unites. Let us join hands together, work together to develop Liberian football.
Do you sometimes feel bad or feel disappointed making all of these efforts and not seeing too many Liberians creating interest?
Well, I mean, I feel disappointed, for example, today that the Football Association started a campaign to say no to doping by bringing and conducting the first anti-doping course, medical course in Liberia, in Africa. Today, we started an awareness program to say no to drugs, to say no to doping, to educate our players, coaches, and team officials about the risk factor about doping and intake of drugs. Go down to the hall. The hall is almost empty. I mean, and this is the key. So I feel disappointed that when we bring these training opportunities to the doorsteps of our citizens and our stakeholders, young Liberians wouldn't take advantage of it, because the awareness and the risk factor of drugs, it's important for us as the LFA, and we want to see ourselves as this organization to not just focus on our stakeholders, but to focus on those who need to learn, our young people, to be aware about the risk factor involved in terms of doping or the intake of drugs and banned substances. I don't feel happy. I mean, when we see that there are low turnout, I mean, having a football management course with the presence of FIFA, and you have people who are stakeholders who don't attend, I mean, in numbers, it is disappointing. I mean, when we have these courses, for example, on club licensing. They do not attend, but at the dying minute of the opening of the league, they pull at the LFA to get assisted by the LFA. Disappointing. We want to see more of them coming to learn. The process of learning is important and it's the daily thing, you know. So I don't feel happy that our stakeholders or people that want to create the opportunity chances for, you know, renege on their responsibility to show up and participate in most of these events that we conduct. Today, you know, what we are doing, all right, I'm proud to announce to Liberians, 2 of our team members, one who is an employee of the LFA, another who comes, as a support person from within the stakeholder groups, are headed to Sierra Leone to conduct training on the level of the FIFA Connect, the DTMS, and the CMS. While others are appreciating our efforts as the Football Association and asking us to borrow our experts to share knowledge, those who have it at the doorsteps do not want to take advantage. Dr. Clarence Yaski is down there awaiting people to come to participate in the anti-doping and say no to drug campaign. And people are not interested. It's disappointing.
Don't you think it's happening because the publicity was not enough?
No. I mean, we communicated to all of the clubs. All of the clubs. All of the clubs. And I think it's important for them because this season, the LFA is now introducing a new law. Any player that will be tested after a match and found to have used a banned substance or have, you know, the traits of drugs within the system, they will be banned from participating in our football event. So that's the reason why we believe the awareness process is very important and the key, so that they won't get affected. Mind you, one of our players and one of our medics were suspended by CAF. I mean, they traveled and participated in an international competition. I mean, according to the player, they did not know the substance was a banned substance, took in the substance, and during the tests after the match, they detected some bad components in the body and had to sanction them. We do not want that to happen to our young boys and our girls or to our clubs, and that's the reason why we think the awareness is important. Well, if it is abandoned, the LFA is going to ensure that anyone who takes drugs, right, and coming to the LFA, you are caught, we sanction you.
Go. Is there any plan to contest in the 2026 Congress?
Which Congress?
The LFA, yes.
Well, I don't understand if it's a plan. Well, again.
Is there any intention?
Well, again, the statutes of the LFA that was approved by stakeholders, not by me, by stakeholders, the Constitution of Football permits not only the president, but the executive committee members, vice presidents, the president, to contest and participate in the elections. The statutes gave us the right to continue, but not more than 3 terms. So it gave them the right. And yes, I believe that I have not fully delivered in terms of all of what I promised. And I need to be given a chance by our stakeholders, be given an opportunity by our fans who believe in us. For those who do not believe in us, we wanted to understand there are challenges along the way that we need to address and fix, and smoothing the way for our young brothers who are now coming into football administration to learn from the processes and things we put in place, so that when they take over the Football Association, they will not destroy it. So all of these things we are putting in place is to solidify the foundation, strengthen the substructure and the superstructure of the Football Association and the football ecosystem, so that they can continue to learn from us current. And then when we are leaving, we can take their hands, expose them to international football partners, International Football Association, member association, so that they will have a smooth ride when they come over to run the Football Association. To our citizens who still have doubts, let them go around and check that in terms of what we've said, we continue to deliver. Our people way there in Nigeria County are now waiting for us to deliver the pitch that we deliver in Nema County. I believe it is better to deal with the devil you know than the angel you have no idea about. We have the expertise to deliver. We have the expertise to build pitches around. We have the expertise to manage the Football Association. We've exhibited our professional skill set, taking Liberia Football Association from an association that was under sanction to an association that has never been under sanction since we took over. We, as the Football Association, under my leadership, has ensured that every club who has won the championship receive their money, okay, from the championship. We don't own no club. So it's an assurance that more is going to happen. We want to build more pitches. We're going to increase more money for the clubs. We're going to come with more development initiatives. And within the next cycle, we're going to definitely see our national team participating in one of these big international tournaments. So I believe I possess the expertise, giving all of what we've done from the past to present. I believe with my representation of our country at the level of WAFU, CAF, and FIFA, we should be given a chance, because today I remain the best option to deliver our Liberia football and continue to move it higher and higher, bringing all Liberians on board. That's the focus point, and to work as a team. All of those who are out there should now be focusing on who should be the next leader to take over, to identify that next leader, so that I, as president of the Football Association, can grab that person along and show them the way. It was going to be a huge risk for us to lead our team into the hands of anyone that we have no idea about. We've worked together as a team. You know about my working behavior and characteristics. Let all stakeholders give us a chance. And yes, indeed, 2026 April, I'm certainly going to contest to continue with the leadership at the Liberia Football Association.
Is there anything fun to say?
Thank you. God bless us. Football unites. Let us review together and move football.
Okay, it was nice having you, and we look forward to having conversations like this.
No problem. Thank you. Welcome always.